And I'm going to talk to you today about what you can do to evolve your company's culture. We talk about installing a new culture. We have a lot of turnover in this industry. We all come from the same companies, right? So how do we really differentiate ourselves? You tell an employer, oh, well, we hire better people than our competitors do. Yeah, but you used to work at your competitor. So how is it that you're now better, right? We actually have to have something that's more than just our products, right? Because our pricing structure, our logo, our website, our tagline, all of that can be copied easily. So what is it about your organization that's really unique? And it is the people. I'll tell you, it's the people. Your company has to be a family. How many family-owned businesses are in the room? Raise your hands. Everyone is in a family-owned business in this industry, right? So let's talk about family real quick. This is my family in the early 70s. So that's me and my sister, my mom and dad, our cat, dog, and gerbil. Can anyone tell me the company that made this picture? Olin Mills, right? Everybody remember Olin Mills? Still kind of exists. They've evolved some. And they got bought out by a company called LifeTouch. They got into the very lucrative church directory business at some point. And I mean, the ultimate family company, Olin Mills, even this company had to evolve and eventually had to sell. And so we talk about what was old, right? And we have these sort of new acronyms for the same things we've been doing for a long time. RPO, MSP, VSP, but we're still doing basically the same thing. So old, this was awesome. So this is my family today, right? And if I dressed my kids today like I did in the 70s, they'd get run out of school. We can't do that anymore. Tough skin jeans and Sears clothes and things like that. So evolving, right, is part of what we have to do. And Olin Mills was a big organization with studios all over the country. Even in the UK, they were one of the largest portrait companies in the world. And today, you just hire a photographer that can do the same thing, right? It's expensive, but that's what happens. And so can a mom and pop organization do the same things that our big staffing firms can do? Kind of. I mean, is that a real threat? Kind of. Are they a family business? Absolutely. So, right, what's new and different and interesting in this business? The technology? Maybe. The technology really is only as good as we make the vendor make it, right? And as we make our people use it. So, the history of Olin Mills, pretty fascinating. Started in 1932. They were one of the first companies of its kind to do telemarketing, okay? And they were really, really big into that. They took advantage of every technical innovation along the way. They eventually had to put their stores inside of Kmart's. Then Kmart filed bankruptcy, and that was basically the end of what we now know as Olin Mills. So what is it that we can do, right, to avoid this? Why did they have such a good long run in the first place? It was a family-owned business, and they made every employee they hired feel like family. And they made every customer that they ever worked with feel comfortable and also like part of the family. They developed that very unique background that you see in all of those pictures. And they became synonymous with the family portrait. So your company's family portrait, right? These giant pictures that we take at our kickoff meetings. Hey, everybody, half of us won't be here next year. But half of us will be here next year. And I've been a participant in the NACCB and TechServe for many, many years. And you see the same faces, right, over and over again. And we do kind of float around back and forth to different organizations. But the people who stay in your organizations, the lifers, they have to be the ones really towing the line, touting the brand, talking about what a great company and what a great place to work your company is. And so when we clear everyone out and bring new people in, there's still going to be some lifers there. And they tend to not be as noisy online and in places where our potential customers and candidates can see and hear them. And so we have to get them talking better. And I'll talk about that later in my workshop a little more. But we have to all be part of the brand, and that's really the most important and salient point. Our customers want us to do these things. They want us to innovate. They want us to be flexible. They want to be able to scale. They want to do it in a cost-contained way. They want better quality, speed. They want our additional services. What do we do now? What's our Trojan horse? It's a great analogy. We do all these extra things, employer branding, sourcing, right? We have all these services now that sort of get us in the door. Oh, we do this way better than anyone else. Analytics, right? We can actually do talent mapping where we can say, these candidates are going to be found in this city at this price at these companies. And we have to do that because we do have an aging workforce, right? And the new people that come into the workforce have a different mindset about work. They think of work more as a project, which in our business is a good thing, but they tend to move along a lot because they want constant development. And our clients and our own organizations don't always have that structure to give them constant development. But it's not really always about money. It really is about learning and growing and development. So even in a flat organization, you can move people around, give them different responsibilities, make them leaders of groups and teams, and get them that sort of development that they really crave. The thing is, all the branding in the world, all the amazing taglines and fancy websites are really just window dressing. The reality is, people want to work with people. They want to work with people they feel like they know, like, and trust, okay? And so I submit to you, business owners and leaders, that you have to be a big part of that, okay? You have to be someone that people feel like they can get to know. And the leaders in your organization and the lifers and the people that stay have to have a presence online that shows part of their human side, okay? If you're just a very buttoned-down executive on places like LinkedIn, no one really knows you very well. But if you say something even slightly personal about yourself, right, in your third-person summary, Mr. Fisher is so cool. If you look at my LinkedIn summary and connect with me there, which I hope you do, you'll see right in the middle of it, it says, first and foremost, I'm the father of 3 amazing kids, and you can usually find us in and around Grapevine Lake outside of Dallas, Texas. All right, so all of a sudden, right before someone ever has to decide to even call me back, they know me a little better than they knew the last guy that called, okay? Because I'm human to them now, more of a 3D person. So we all have something in our organizations that our competitors don't, at least not right this second, and that's our employees. Somebody named Craig Fisher said that. He's at FishDogs on Twitter, by the way, if you're tweeting along. So I don't think your employer brand is as important as your employees' brands, okay? The people in your organization make it unique and different. We can have cool technology. We can actually map out now who we want in our organization and who we want to recruit for our customers. We can draw a picture, literally, of what they see during the day when they walk around, how they talk to their friends, how they talk to their family, what they need, and how we can address those needs in things we post online and things we email to them in our email campaigns. We have great technology now that can allow us to mass market to these people and use drip marketing campaigns to keep them warm and interested in our companies. But again, the software is only as good as we make the vendor make it. And it's only as good as you make your people use it. Most of the features of this great software that we have don't get used. We have employee advocacy platforms now that give your employees more of a voice. and feed them things that they can post online. I will talk a lot more about this in my workshop as well. We have tools like Crystal Knows that will tell you exactly how to talk to someone when you send them an email or on a phone call. The bottom line here is that all of this great technology and all of this fancy psychological software and marketing software and branding software is great, but it doesn't beat the telephone. So you said it best, that's still your most important tool. The human connection is the most important thing. But when you use that telephone, when you call someone to say, hey, would you like to come work with us, either as a client representative on site, as a contractor, or as a recruiter in our organization, or a leader, they're going to check you out. They're going to go look online, not just at your company's website and your job description, but at you, the individual person, and the people that work for you. And what do they see when they check you out? Are you boring? Are you very buttoned down? Is there not much there? I can say that probably half the people in this room don't even have a summary on their LinkedIn profile, okay? So let's think about this. How do we post things online? How do we talk about ourselves? How do we talk about work better to make it feel like we are part of a family and we love our jobs and we're interesting people to work with, okay? Be human. Talk about your hobbies. Talk about your own family. Share things that aren't just about work and by and about your company, because those are the things that people really connect with. Technology's cool. I know a lot about technology. I'm in the middle of a CRM implementation right now. Boy, it's fun. But people are really what matters. And I'm lucky, I have an amazing team. We've got a giant talent acquisition team at CA Technologies. And I tell them every day that this technology is great. I'm going to make you use it. But the best tool you've got is your phone and yourself. Be human. Be a family. Thank you.